Her husband suddenly grabbed her, shoved a gun into her hand, and pressed the barrel against his own forehead. Lina froze in terror at his deranged behavior, her hands trembling uncontrollably. Staring at the frightened woman before him, Charles felt a sick sense of satisfaction. With a twisted smile, he said, "I never hunt prey that stays still. But if you ever try to run away again, there's only one way that ends." To escape her psychotic husband's abuse, Lina came up with a desperate plan. She would fake her own death. Her first step was to secretly transfer her mother from the nursing home to another hospital she trusted. She warned the director not to tell anyone about the move and said that from now on, only she would make contact. Next, she left a suicide note in her car, along with her wedding ring, the symbol of everything she had come to despise. Lina then rented a small seaside inn. After getting everything ready, she turned on her phone, knowing full well that Charles's assistant was tracking her location. Sure enough, the assistant called to report that her phone signal had been found. Overjoyed, Charles immediately set out to find her. Carrying her bag, Lina walked to the edge of the sea. She took off her high heels and placed them neatly on a rock, setting her phone beside them. She knew Charles would arrive soon. Standing before the crashing waves, she whispered a quiet goodbye to the ocean and to her old life. Just as she expected, Charles arrived shortly after, bringing his assistant with him. When he saw Lina's shoes and bag, he froze in disbelief before shouting her name into the wind, screaming toward the endless sea. He ordered his men to summon a diving team, find her, dead or alive. But when he turned toward the dense forest behind the shore, his gut told him something wasn't right. Lina wasn't the kind of woman to give up. At that very moment, Lina was running through the forest, branches slashing at her arms. Suddenly, she tripped and fell hard, losing one of her shoes. Without stopping to retrieve it, she forced herself up and kept running. Then, misfortune struck again, her foot slipped, and she tumbled down a steep slope. Struggling to her feet, she reached for her fallen backpack only to see Charles emerging from the trees above her. Panicked, Lina abandoned the bag and fled barefoot. Rain poured down in sheets, soaking her hair and blurring her vision. Blood streaked down her legs as she stumbled onto the roadside, waving frantically at passing cars, but every vehicle sped by without stopping. Just when despair threatened to overtake her, headlights appeared in the distance. Summoning the last of her courage, Lina stepped into the middle of the road, arms spread wide, forcing the car to stop. To her shock, the driver was none other than Dr. Luke. Moments later, Charles arrived at the roadside, drenched from the storm, but Lina was already gone, trembling and exhausted, explaining that she had staged her suicide to escape her abusive husband. Hearing this, Luke's heart softened. This time, he made up his mind, he would help her. He would give her a new face, and a new life.